Here's Antonucci. Ooh, coming to grips with the number 46 car. Antonucci went down the inside. Todd Snyder turned in for the corner and kind of tagged the left rear of quarter panel of Antonucci. So.
Yeah, and already passed Todd Snyder now. Is Eduardo Piscopo up into 6th place, or up into 2nd place in the Pro-Am category. Just Austin Versteeg ahead of him, and he's quite a long way ahead. He's about well, he's more than half a minute ahead of him. So he's not. Piscopo isn't going to catch Austin Versteeg for the victory in Pro-Am. But he's a long way behind the next car ahead of him on the road, which is Michele Beretta in car number 10. It's another Prestige Performance cars. We've got Prestige Performance cars in 1st, 4th and 5th at the moment. 2nd place is a DXDT Motorsport entry for Austin Versteeg. And for DAC Motorsports in 3rd place, car number 30 is Ashley Freiberg.
And Michele Beretta in the number 10 Prestige entry isn't waiting around. 147.1 on his last lap.
That's a very good lap.
Yeah.
And the purple sector there for Austin Versteeg in the middle sector. Just under 6 minutes remaining now in this race. There is that's a battle for the lead as they head up to turn 9.
He's got him in sight.
Yeah, just 1.5 seconds now between Trent Hinman and Austin Versteeg. He has halved that gap in the last 2 or 3 laps.
And once you can see the driver in front of you, somehow it becomes real.
Yeah.
It's like a basketball team that's down by 14 points. When they get it back to 6, that's just 2 possessions, and then it becomes real. Versteeg goes fastest lap of the race. Hinman lays down a 146.904. So Versteeg answers with a 146.475 to grab the fastest lap of the race.
That is a new track record then for Austin Versteeg, a new lap record for the Lamborghini Super Trofeo in 2nd place and closing in on Trent Hinman. Under 5 minutes remaining now, and I'm not going to say anything about the
all 4 wheels off the ground there. Clouded the curb.
It was about this stage in the race yesterday we saw a few people falling by the wayside for a variety of reasons. Hopefully this battle will continue to the end of the race, and certainly it's a good one with Austin Versteeg very much with the Hinman in his sights.
This is when it's great. The hunter and the hunted.
Yeah.
Hinman goes personal.
Much more fun to be the hunter in this instance, particularly with the spectre of problems for the cars in this latter stage of yesterday's race in your mind.
4 minutes to go, and Hinman has answered 2 personal bests in Sector 1 and Sector 2. See what he does, see if he can improve on that 146.9. I'm sure he will. He's got no traffic at this point, so the 2 of them are running free and clear. 2 wheels over the curb at turn 10. Yeah. The hard right-hander through 11, all the way out to the wall. Using it all. See what he goes through, what he can turn. 146.849, so he improves. But Versteeg, even though he didn't improve, went faster, 146.719. Yeah. So now it's down to 1.1 seconds. That's got to be frightening. You're the guy, you've just set your fastest lap of the race, and the guy behind you went faster than you did, and he didn't even close to his fastest lap of the race.
I'll tell you what, Trent Hinman there, he's using every inch and the curbs and everything else, and Austin Versteeg is trying as hard as he can to keep it off the curbs and really put it, well, not except for there, launches the car off the inside curb, turning into the inner loop. Just over a second between those 2 cars now, with time slipping away. They may get to the start-finish line. Will they? Might be right flag this time around. What's the final sector? 42 seconds. Just coming up into the final sector now. Yeah, I think there will be time just about for 1 more lap before we see the white flag, i.e. 2 laps to go.
Hinman was just a tick faster in Sector 2, so now it's a 1.247 second lead.
If he gets
another, if Hinman can can get there and get the white flag, it's going to make it tough. 2 laps might be all Austin Versteeg needs. Unless he's used up his tires.
The exit turn 10 now. Austin Versteeg kept it off that curb there on the exit of that corner.
He has pretty much every time.
Yeah. Very tidy drive by the youngster. Well, they're both youngsters. 21 years of age, Trenton Hinman. Just 18, Austin Versteeg. Ashley Freiberg. Oh, she's an old timer, isn't she? At the age of, what's Ashley now? 26.
Yeah, the old gal.
Sorry, Ashley, I couldn't resist.
Trouble for Yuki Hirata.
Oops.
That's going through the outer loop. He will shortcut. Yeah, he's pulled off onto what would be the short course, the track that the NASCAR teams run.
Who was charging on though was Michele Beretta. He'd just gone purple in sector 1. Our timing screens have gone down, which is not terribly handy. But he's running very, very quickly indeed, is Michele Beretta.
So it looks like the starter has the white flag in hand.
Yep.
There's D. Bryce Miller and Todd Snyder.
All sorts of battles are continuing all the way up and down the field. The one time I don't do a lap chart, we don't have any scoring.
Sod's Law, Jeremy.
Just eyes right though to watch out for our race leaders.
There they are coming through turn 10. They look like they're a little bit closer than they were last time. Even if they aren't, I'm not going to tell you any different. Through 11. And they'll come to the white flag. So Austin Versteeg has one more lap to try and get it done.
Great piece of flagging here in the grandstand too, by the way. Great job there. White flags on the starting gantry and in the pit lane, in the main grandstand opposite the pits, but about the same sort of distance between those two leaders, about 10-12 Lamborghini car lengths as they head through the S's and onto the back straight for the final time.
About the same distance. Down the back straightaway they go. Through the bus stop, he's closed up a little bit. Austin Versteeg has gotten a little bit closer on the run down the back straightaway. So they'll head down the chute into the boot, left at the ankle, then up the toe of the boot. That'll be turn 8. Turn 7 rather. Turn 8 is the heel of the boot. They go up turn 8, turn 7, up over the rise, and down into turn 8. Nose the tail now as they come over the knoll, dive down into turn number 8. Versteeg right on the tailpipe of our late race leader, Trent Hinman. They'll come up the hill through turn 9. Does he have enough to get by? Nose to tail through turn 10. He's less than 0.2 of a second behind him now, but it looks like Hinman is going to be able to hold on. They make the hard right-hand turn all the way out to the wall, and there is the checkered flag for Trent Hinman, and oh so close for Austin Versteeg as he finishes just 0.5 of a second behind. Here comes Ashley Freiberg for third overall and second in the pro category.
Excellent drive by both of those two.
Brian Thenis will claim top spot in the AM category momentarily. Steve McAleer comes through 4th. Michele Beretta will come through in 5th. Yep, right on his tail, just 1.2 seconds behind. Then it's a three-way race for Pro-Am. Second place, Eduardo Piscopo has a big lead there for second place. Then comes D. Bryce Miller and Brandon Godovic. Richard Antonucci goes through a couple laps down. Here comes Thines. And right behind him is J.C. Perez. So that's your AM leader, Brian Thines. and J.C. Perez in the number 71. So they come through. D. Bryce Miller comes through in 7th, and victory for those two. So great performance, Jeremy, by Trent Hinman to hold off Austin Versteeg.
Yep, he wins the pro category. Austin Versteeg wins the pro am. Brian Thienes in car number 17, we believe, wins the am category, and J.C. Perez the LB Cup, but only by about just over a second from Ryan Hardwick, yesterday's winner in car number 2, who finished right on the tail pretty much of J.C. Perez. A great win there. The second overall victory for Trent Hinman in the Lamborghini Super Trofeo. His other overall win, he's won the Pro-Am class on several occasions last season, but this is